Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, in this video we are going to see the different types of algebraic calculations that can be done in case of complex number. Algebra of complex numbers include conjugate of complex number, addition of complex number, subtraction, multiplication and division of complex number. So let us see how to do it one by one. Now first is conjugate of complex number. What is conjugate? If I say we have a complex number z is equal to a plus bi, its conjugate is represented by a z bar. So z bar will be equal to a minus bi. So in case of conjugate, you need to change the sign of the imaginary part. Here the imaginary part bi was having a positive sign, so its opposite will be a negative sign. So the conjugate of a plus bi will be equal to a minus bi. Remember, you are not supposed to change the sign of the real part, only the sign of imaginary part needs to be changed. So we have simple examples like z is equal to 2 plus 3i. Its conjugate z bar will be 2 minus 3i. Second example, we have z is equal to minus 3 plus 4i. So its conjugate will be z bar is equal to minus 3 minus 4i. Again, the real part is same, just we have changed the sign of the imaginary part. Now the next thing is equality of complex number. When we can say that the two complex number are equal? Remember, whenever we have two complex number, out of that the real part of the first complex number should be exactly same as the real part of the second complex number, and at the same time the imaginary part should be also identical. In such cases, if I say a from both the sides and b from both the sides are equal, it means both the complex number are equal. The next algebraic operation is the addition of complex number. What if I need to add two complex number? So whenever we add two complex number, the first thing that we are going to see is that we should add the real parts and then follow by addition of imaginary parts. Let us consider an example. We have two complex numbers, say z1 is equal to 2 plus 3i and z2 is equal to 4 minus 2i. And I need to add these two. So we have z1 plus z2 on the left hand side, and on the right hand side we have 2 plus 3i plus 4 minus 2i. Now in this case, I need to first separate the real parts and then finally we need to separate the imaginary parts. So real parts we have 2 plus 4, that we will write in the first bracket, followed by in the second bracket we have the imaginary part, that is 3i minus 2i. Now what is 2 plus 4? It is equal to 6, and 3i minus 2i will give you I. So the final answer will be 6 plus I. Now what are the properties that are required to add two complex number? If I say z1 plus z2, that will be also equal to z2 plus z1. Not necessary z1 plus z2 and z2 plus z1 will give you different answer. Both will give you same answer. If I say we have three complex number, z1, z2 and z3, then you can add it in any of the order. Also, any complex number plus 0 will give you that complex number only. While the last property says if I add a complex number and its conjugate, the answer will be 2 times its real part, that is 2a. In property number 4, we have subtraction of complex number. The subtraction of complex number is similar to the addition of complex number. What we have done in addition of complex number, we have separated the real and imaginary part. Similarly, in case of subtraction, we will separate the real part, separate the imaginary part, and then we will subtract the complex numbers. So we have considered two complex number. First is z1 is equal to 5 plus 4i, and the second complex number z2 is equal to minus 3 minus 2i. So if we subtract, we have z1 minus z2, that will give you 5 plus 4i minus of minus 3 minus 2i. Now if I give this minus sign to both the terms, this will give you plus 3 plus 2i. Now let us separate the real parts. We have 5 plus 3 in the first part, and the second part we have 4i plus 2i. So 5 plus 3 will give you 8 and 4i plus 2i will give you 6i. So the final answer will be 8 plus 6i. The next algebraic calculation is the multiplication of complex number. Now in this case, we are going to multiply in a similar way that we have done previously also. If we have two complex numbers, say a1 plus b1i into a2 plus b2i. So we are going to expand the bracket in same manner. But remember, wherever we will get I, we will separate these terms, and wherever we have I square, we will write it as minus 1. I hope friends you have understood some basic algebraic calculations in complex number. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned with Ekeeda and subscribe to Ekeeda.